While I'm talking about grammar, it will be specially focused on your secondary syllabus and curriculum. Now, most of us do not like grammar. We find it very boring, it's sometimes fearful. My assurance, don't get scared. Grammar is required as a language to any language, as a backbone to any language. We need to learn English grammar not only for the purpose of 12 marks in the exam. It will help you to build up your sentences correctly and your literature will be increased, enhanced. Before we enter into the syllabus of class 10 and secondary curriculum of grammar, we need to know something before. Like, we have to learn voice changes, narration changes, transformation of sentences. Now, to do those, we need some prior knowledge, like, say, parts of speech. We have to have very thorough knowledge of tense, the uses of tenses, subject, verb, object, complement, and subject, verb, agreement. We are in lockdown period. We have now enough time to go back to what we have learned in our class 5, 6, 7 or 8 syllabus. I would advise you to go back to your basics. Say, parts of speech. We know there are 8 parts of speech there. While we are going through nouns, go through the classification of nouns. You know already, but revise it. This will help you in transformation of sentences. Also, the collective and countable and non-countable nouns. And if we take it as a war, we have to learn English grammar anyhow. We have to have some weapons ready for us. So therefore, take hold of any good grammar books, standard grammar books available in the market. It can be of any brand or any publishing houses. Keep that intact, read it. Use dictionaries. There's no harm if we don't know the meaning of a particular word. We can go through and check and recheck our dictionary. You can use more than one dictionaries, English to Bengali, Bengali to English, English to English. And no notebooks that is available in the market. That will be harmful. Use a grammar book, use dictionaries, use your textbooks, and use your exercise books regularly. Do all the practices based on the grammars you have learned before. Now, we will be given a chart of what we expect from our class 9 or 10 students to know about grammar. Meanwhile, we will be practicing, we will be searching for those. Any topic, say voice change, or for that matter, narration change. You are already acquainted with that. You have learned something in class 7 or 6, 8. Now, if we focus on narration change, we have to learn what are the types of sentences according to meaning. What are those? There are 5 sentences, you know. Let me put it there. One is assertive sentences, interrogative sentences. You know, assertive sentences are those that are general statements. Interrogative sentences are of two types. They ask questions. Two types: yes/no questions and WH questions. We can put here imperative sentences, which includes order, request, suggestion, proposal, etc. Optative sentences. They express a wish or a prayer. And lastly, exclamative sentences. Which means an exclamation, a sense of wonder, bereavement, happiness, joy, etc. So, if we want to change the narration, first of all we have to know what kind of sentence is originally written in. Because there are rules, but one rule doesn't go for every kind of sentences. Say for example, assertive sentence. We know it's a general statement. Now the rules for changing narration of this type of sentences, I'm showing you. Take a sentence. He says, I'm not well. You can see there are two parts in this sentence. This part is called this verb, very important. This is called reporting verb. Reporting, I am writing it here. Reporting verb. And this portion is known as reported speech. By changing narration, we have to keep those things in mind. And while changing, we have to know the person who is talking and who is talking to whom. Here he says, I am not well. He says, I am. Here I means that person. Isn't it? So he says, we can change the narration this way. Follow it. He says that we use a connective that in assertive sentences. Here I means this person. He, we know we cannot use am after he. We know he is not well. It's that easy, isn't it? What are the changes we made? We have deleted this comma, made it into a single sentence, changed this pronoun from I to he. The rest remains the same. This is very easy. Now, keep in mind which tense the reported verb was originally in and which tense is written here. This is simple present tense. This is also present indefinite tense. These rules fit for this type of sentences. Now, the first change that will be very important. The same sentence can be written in changing the tense a bit. He said, what is change from say A and B? The change occurs here. It was simple present tense, it is simple past tense. This part remains the same. Both are in present indefinite tense. Here, it will change this way. He said that. Say change will remain the same. This portion, this tense, will be changed to corresponding past tense. It was simple present, it will be changed to simple past since it was in the past. So, if the reporting verb is in past tense, then the reported speech and its verb will be changed to corresponding past tense. It is written in simple present tense, it will be written in simple past tense. He will be there. Here, am will be changed to was. Keep that in mind. This is the change we need to know while changing sentences in affirmative sentence narration. And this is type of sentences that will expect in your examination most. If it was written in future tense, it will follow this rule. It is follow this rule. Say, he will say, and what will well? It will be, he will say that it is not well. So the most careful you need to be here where the reporting verb is in past tense. I will give one more example. Hope you have understood how I am changing these sentences. Take another example. I said to her. When there is an object, we need to after say. I said it to her, we will decide tomorrow. Now the changes. Since it is written in past tense, we know this verb will have to be changed to corresponding past. Start. I say to, when we have an object, we can change the say to tell. Say to will be changed to told. I told her that we will decide tomorrow. Who are we? The speaker is I. So it will remain we. They are concentrated. We will decide tomorrow. This will be changed to would. Then we finally non-finite verb. This change. Keep that in mind. I told her that we would decide. Now the adverbial part tomorrow will be changed to will get those rules in any grammar books. Go through and follow the rules, follow the manner and the reason. I am changing those things. I hope assertive sentences from now on will be easier for you to change. And this is the both way around. We can also be asked to change from here to here. This is direct speech. This part is in direct form. This is direct speech. We may be asked to change from direct to indirect, like this. These are indirect sentences, indirect speech. This is a direct speech because we are using the exact words spoken by them, by the speaker directly. Here we have changed. These are the basic rules. Memorize those and use those in practice. Unless you use those regularly, you will not be able to do this correctly. Is it okay? In our last class, we have seen how we change a sentence in assertive form to indirect speech while doing narration change. Here, we are preparing for changing imperative sentences from direct to indirect and vice versa. We know in imperative sentences, so it should be interrogative ones. Interrogative all the sentences, interrogative. Because the sentences are written there are in form of interrogation. We know interrogative sentences are those which ask a question. So it involves a question. And we also know that there are two types of questions. One is direct, that is, you can answer it with a yes or no. The other type of questions involves more general answer, almost sentence or almost. So these two type of questions require two types of rules for change. Let's take the first example. I've written here, she said to me, did you go there? Did you go there? She asked to me. What will be my answer? Either no, I didn't go, or yes, I did. So it's a specimen of yes no question. To change those, like assertive sentence, we start with the subject. Say to. Here we know it's a question. We can easily change say to ask. Past, so it should be asked. She asked me. We don't use a to. She asked me. To bring the feel of this question, of these type of questions, we need a connective whether, W-H-E-T-H here, or if you find the spelling a little tougher, you can use also if. So the first change here in the verb, and then the connectives, we do not use that. We use either whether or if. She asked me if this you actually concerns this person, me. If I, this you should be changed to corresponding object. For me, we should use I. If I go there, it's in past tense. Is also in past tense. So if there are two past tenses, this reporting verb and the verb in the reported speech, both are in past tense, say a simple past tense, this tense will be changed to past perfect. So it will not be if I went there. If I had, the form of past perfect tense gone there. Clear? First change, second change, third, the fourth. This is for yes no type of questions. It is close-ended questions. Now for open-ended questions, that will involve W or H, why, when, where, so forth. This is an example of such. Mr. Roy says to them, why do you keep laughing? Let's start changing. Mr. Roy says. Remember what I said about assertive sentences? This verb is in present tense. So this verb will not be changed. We don't need to change here. Says to them, asks. Asks them is not a yes no question, so we don't need this. It will be placed directly the WH word. Why? Mr. Roy asks them why. This you means them. He is asking them why they are laughing. So you will change to they. Do keep laughing. Now, having been in past tense in this portion, Mr. Roy said to them. If you had like this, said, we will have changed this one. Ask them why they did keep, or we can use it as they kept. Why they kept smiling, laughing. So you know the difference now. The first change here, then here, no connectives from outside. Now this change and this much. So these are the two basic types of interrogative sentences. Take two more examples for practice. You say to the lady, are you new here? Are you new here? It requires yes or no. So we'll follow this one. You asked the lady whether. Remember, whether is very safe unless you make a mistake in spelling. Or if you have any doubts, you might make a mistake. Go for if. If you means the lady. Here, you are asking this lady if that lady or she knew here. If she, this change past. So we'll have to change this simple present form in past. Was new. Here will be changed to there. T-H-E-R-E. This there will not be changed. There means there, but here will be changed to there. From reported speech, real speech to indirect speech. Now, I think it will appear a little easier if you know this. Similarly, what is your hobby? Madam said to him. there will be no question mark. This part of introduction was wrongly put. So this is the question that comes first. The same thing, just the construction has been reversed. The subject will be the same. Mother said to him, "What is your hobby?" We start answering from there. Ma'am, asked him. Now there will no longer will need a whether or if. It's a WH question. We'll put the WH word DUP. What? Past. Present. It will be changed to past. Now this is a subordinate clause, and subordinate clause doesn't take an interrogative form. So we have to put the subject here. Your hobby. Whose hobby? She is asking him his hobby. What his hobby is will be changed to was. So whatever the question is put, use this form. And also let me reinforce here what was his hobby will be wrong. What his hobby was. Subject, it will be seen as subject, and this is the verb. Hope this short class will be beneficial for you to learn how to change interrogative sentences from direct to indirect speech. From here, we'll shift to the next set of question sentences. Now you are ready with your interrogative sentence and assertive sentence. You know how to change them. Here we'll learn how to change imperative sentences. In our last class, I told you about what type of sentences are generally included in imperatives. Imperatives are order or command, request, a proposal, a suggestion. It may also include advices. The rules for this are slightly different. Take for example the first sentence here. Do it now. The teacher said to students. From the tone of this sentence, do it now. And also, who is telling whom, we can sense, you can feel it's an order. Once we know that, it will be very easy for us to change. Teacher said to students. Here we know it's order, so we use order in place of say. It is past. We ordered students. Teacher ordered students. To here we need to do it. Now we will change to they. Since it is past, this adverse here gets changed. Then. Now we will change to then. But remember, it doesn't change. In any type of sentence, in any change. So the answer will be teacher ordered students to do it then. What are the changes? Here we have incorporated to, and the rest like what you have learned about in assertive sentences. Similarly, the boy said, the next sentence coming to that. The boy said, "Give me sweets, please." Now the very term please suggests that is a request. We'll do it accordingly. The boy request. We have already seen that it's in past tense. The boy requested. We don't know whom. There is no object. Requested to give. Means the boy is asking for himself to give him sweets. This part we should ignore because it has been, the sense of this word has been conveyed here, requested. So it was an order, it's a request. We'll change the verb, the decoding verb, according to this sense. The third sentence, his father said to us, do not make noise. It's another order. We can use his father ordered us not to make noise, or it can be rewritten as his father. In place of order, we can use forbid. From forbid, the second form, past form, forbade. Forbade us to make noise. Now the term forbid means to prohibit. So the negative sense is carried here, so you don't need not while using forbid or prohibit. The same answer, both are correct. She said to him, kindly open the window. If she is saying somebody to open the window kindly, she is requesting. Let's move along. She requested him to the verb open the window. I have given you 4 easiest sentences for change. Into timetable. You have seen how we change imperative sentences in case of an order, in case of a request. Let's take 2 more examples. The friend said, let's go for a picnic. Let's go for a picnic. We know let's means let us. The friends are talking about themselves that they are planning to go for a picnic. So it's not a request. It's not an order either. Let us means it will be a suggestion, it is a proposal also. The only change you need to make here is the verb first. The friends we won't use order request, we use say propose or even suggest. Here we will bring back that in place of to. There will be no to. That let us means let us. Us means the friends. They. The friends propose that they should go for a picnic. So in terms of proposal or suggestion, we use this form there will be that as connectives. Then the subject as usual. For proposal part, we should bring a should. It will be only should, not will, would, shall, anything else. It will be only should. The friends propose that they should go for a picnic. The second sentence, mother said to my sister, let Raja read at night. There is also let. A let was here also, but there is difference. It is not let us. It was let us. Let us is just a let. It denotes a permission. Mother saying to my sister that Raja can have the permission to read at night. We change those type of sentences this way. Mother we can use order, or you can also use tell. If we are not too sure whether it's an order or request, we should simply use tell. Mother told my sister again there will be that. Subject is here, Raja. Now the permission part. Might read at night. It can also be written as mother told my sister that Raja might be allowed to read at night. It will be simple. Mother told my sister that Raja might read at night. So these are the types of imperative sentences we need to know. On every type of sentences are given here. Hopefully your examination will not be fearful anymore. It will come handy. Keep practicing. With that, I come to the end of narrative intent of imperative sentences. Thank you.